Man, y'all niggas, man. What are we even these Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, let me read this one. Hit my Catherine music. Alright, listen. My community, man. I love it and I hate it, man. I love it because it showed me so much love coming in. I could talk to anybody in the community. Well, mostly anybody in the community. They'll respond to me. We can have some back and forth, having some fun, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like you talk to LeBron or some shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, these are regular people at the end of the day. But, with them being regular people, and you're being, like, so close to them, it's even worse when they fuck up. It's even worse when they falter so fucking bad. It's even worse when you have conversations with this person in private and like, man, this motherfucker cool. This motherfucker, stand up. Stand up people. Where are they? First of all, you know what, fuck it. Let's rip off the band-aid. I don't give a fuck. Why are you sending lingerie pictures to an underage person? Why are we doing this? Why? See, when I saw this, look, we gonna go through the whole thing, but here's the thing. We're gonna tackle the first thing first. Why the fuck are you sending pictures to a 16-year-old kid, man? Why are we doing that? Now, if I was 16, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't never snitch. Nigga, I wouldn't give a fuck. Boy, I would, what? But also, the police officers wouldn't want to hear that shit. They wouldn't want to hear that shit at all. Also, they wouldn't want to hear, man, I didn't know he was 16. Cause I'm a proponent of keeping that same fucking energy you had, right? I am that dude. We gonna keep that same energy you had. So, let's keep that same energy. I'm 28. A kid. 15. Never tells me her age. She looks older. Right? I send her a picture of my dick. She turns out to be 15. Am I going to jail or not? Let's think about it. Of course I am. You didn't have to think that much, did y'all? Keep that same energy y'all niggas had. We need to do it even if it's niggas I fuck with. Even if it's a motherfucker I fuck with. We gotta keep that same energy. We can't double standard it that far. We can't do that. Unless even if you got lied to about the age, it is your responsibility to know that. Going in, you're supposed to know that. Going in. That's not something that you just that just happened. No, you gotta know that. Like, why are you, second of all, because I said, first of all, why are you sending pics of a 16-year-old? What are we doing? Due diligence. We're fucking grown, alright? Do your due diligence. We can't just be fucking sending random pics to random people. If I just pick the number out randomly and sent a picture to it, turns out they was underage, I'm going to jail. That's my fault. Also, if it's somebody in the scene that just happens to have some clout or happens to do all that shit, right? And you send a picture to them and they turn out they're 16, 15, that's your fault. That's your fault. That's your fucking fault. You can't. That's your fault. And you can't spin that. You can't spin that to me. Because the exact thing I'm gonna tell you is, if it was me, y'all would have thrown me under the jail. I would have been banned from every event ever, right? Y'all would have never spoken to me again if that was me. If I sent pictures of myself to a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, anything like that, I'm done. So, if I would have been done, because I'm a male, right? And that's fucked up and that's wrong, and y'all would have told me that I should have known before doing that. I should have known before doing all that shit. So I just need to see that same. It's my homie. It's one of the people I actually fuck with that's going through this. But I don't have no double standard, man. I don't have it. I've never had it. I won't have it. You know what I'm saying? That's not what's up. It's already been confirmed. It's been confirmed by the press. That's what happened. So what are we doing? Like, I honestly need to know, what are we doing? Like, okay, you didn't know the age, all those fucking excuses, all those fucking excuses. Any excuse you bring to me, I better be able to use. That's all I'm saying. Any excuse that you bring to me, anything that you tell me or you tell any of these people that are in our community, any of that, I better be able to use myself. Because if y'all believe that, like, cause if y'all riding with that shit, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I can find me a 16-year-old fucker and send her pictures of my dick and everything's cool. If y'all gonna ride with it, if y'all just gonna let it slide, nigga, I'll do it too. But what are we doing? Like, how far are the goalposts gonna get pushed before we stop pushing the fucking goalposts? Like, how far? Like, shit like that's fucked up. Now, second, why didn't you just send those pictures to me? Because I'm a grown man and I love lingerie pictures. That would have been cool for me. And I'm of age. And I probably would have fucked you. Like, what are we doing? And I would have taken care of you as well. What are we doing here? Okay, maybe maybe that's a little more, you know, that's kind of my desire type thing. Like, maybe we shouldn't worry about that as much. But, you know, it's still a thing. It's still an option that you could have had. Other than, you know. Okay. Also, this brings it to account your character. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you my homie. Remember, you my people. But this brings into account your character. That you send a picture so like that so fast. And hey, look, you can do whatever with your body. I'm not saying you can't do whatever with your body, but you also are not. Like, here's what most people forget about, like, those stances like that. I am not denying you your right to do whatever you want with your body. You can do whatever you want, but it's just like the First Amendment. You have the freedom of speech, but you don't have the freedom of consequences after your speech. You know what I'm saying? You can't say whatever you want and be like, oh, well, you can't say nothing to me. That's not how that works. That's also not how this works. You can do whatever you want with your body, and I won't give a fuck. But you're not immune from criticism either. You send a picture like that to a person you didn't even know, like that, and oh, I saw him at events. You didn't even know the motherfucker age. So what the fuck you mean? What do you mean? You knew him. You ain't know this nigga. You ain't know where his grandma stay, where his mama stay, where his daddy stay. You don't know that shit. You probably don't even know what he like for breakfast. What the fuck are you doing? That questions your character to me. And you know that's bad. That's bad, man. That's fucking bad. You know how bad it is? I had to recycle footage from my last video just to make this video today. Because it's got to be hot off the press. It's got to be hot off the press. This is... Look. Here's my whole thing on the first situation. Because there's another situation. Here's my whole thing on the first situation. Keep that same energy you had when everybody in the Smash community was coming out touching kids and shit. And sending pictures of themselves to people and shit like that. And those are mostly dudes that did that. You gotta keep that same energy right now. You gotta keep that same energy, that same vitriol, that same spirit you had when you was making fun of all them niggas and saying cancel all them niggas and all that shit. If it's the same way across the board, then you know what you gotta do. And I don't give, oh, she didn't know, oh, I don't know, oh, you gotta know. Cause if it was me, I would have had to know, or else I would have gotten fucked up. And you know that's true. Any male would have gotten fucked up by, any male wouldn't have gotten the screen time. We would have gotten the fuck up out of here. Alright, if we keeping it a buck. Like, if we keeping it 1,000, a nigga would have been the fuck out of here. So maybe there's something that you can tell me that would convince me that this is all okay. But it's not. Because 28-year-old man with my 16-year-old daughter, that 28-year-old man would have been dead. If a 28-year-old woman was with my 16-year-old son, that 28-year-old woman would be dead. And here's the reason. Yes, you can make any, okay, you can make a decision. Like, that's cool. I'm not denying you your decision. But just remember, there's criticism that comes with that decision. Just remember that. That's always how it is. People could criticize you. They're not breaking the law by criticizing you. Now, you could call me a piece of shit. You can call me whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cared about me before in this space, and nobody's gonna care for it after it's gone. You know what I'm saying? I had to make a name for myself with no help from nobody. You know what I'm saying? And people gave me a chance, and I'm grateful for that. But I had to break it on my own. I had to make a name for myself on my own. Victor fucking Freeze. That's a title. You know what I'm saying? And that's a title you besmirch when you fucking do bullshit like this. Like that title that you hold, that gets besmirched when you do shit like this, man. Like what are we doing? Like, shit. Come on, man. Like, yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about that. Now, the other thing, listen. If we're holding pictures of women hostage, you know what I'm saying? Like very private pictures, and then using them to blackmail women, that's also fucked up. That's also fucked up. That's also revenge porn. Look, we ain't gonna get into that right now. Just know that that's fucked up, and maybe you should delete. I mean, listen, because here's my thing. You're not fully out of the realm. You're not fully out of the water either, right? Because if you were so high and mighty, and you were just wanted this to end and stop, why didn't you bring it up when it first happened? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh, anyway, so you're gonna wait until some shit pop off between you and the other person for you to be like, oh yeah, remember these pictures? Yeah, I still got them. What the fuck is that? Hey, I think niggas forget that we're grown people that have bills and jobs and shit. I think people forget. We're fucking grown. Well, I guess obviously not. Most of us are grown. Not all of us are grown, but you know. But like, did y'all forget that? Like, did y'all forget that that's it? That could be lied as a criminal charge. Holding pictures, provocative pictures of a person without their consent, without spreading them without knowledge. You know that's a felony, right? B-class felony, if I remember correctly. But look, if you felt that strongly about whatever, you'd have put that out at the beginning, so we could have killed her, or I could have killed her, or whatever. But no, that's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? To my knowledge, that's not what happened. To my knowledge, you held these pictures over her head, and then used it to give her mental anguish, which sounds like a felony. Which sounds like you should have a court date. But look, man. So that's fucked up too. That's very fucked up. And don't fuck with me after that. Like, don't do that. Even if it all came out and you were doing the right, quote unquote, right thing, you're still fucked up for doing that. Because if that happens again with someone that, you know, you break out of a relationship with, you gonna do the same thing? Man, stop that, man. Like, none of this shit is cool. None of this shit is cool, man. Heed my words well, man. Keep that same energy. It's Victor fucking Freeze, and I'll see y'all next time.